Hi, my name is Adam Caesar, and before I give my speech, I'd like to introduce my audience members beforehand. So without further ado,
I'm Tom.
I'm Angelo.
I'm Ryan.
Okay, I'm just gonna let them get situated first. The world that we've created depends on energy. It is the primary source of powering our cars, lights, and machinery. Unfortunately, much of that energy comes from petroleum, a crude oil that dampens our already fragile ecosystem. The Wall Street Journal of August 12, 2011 notes that not only is the burning of petroleum damaging to our environment, but the use of petrol and materials such as styrofoam makes it excessively wasteful, considering the fact that we throw it away as soon as we receive it. Now enter the world of Eben Baer, the CEO and founder of Ecovative Designs in Green Island, New York. The 25-year-old claims to have developed an alternative solution to what he likes to call toxic white stuff, as well as harnessing the potential of waste products by messing around with mushrooms. Really? The Business Review of August 29, 2011 explains that using a fungus found in mushrooms called mycelium, Eben is able to grow synthetic fibers using 1/10 of the energy that it takes to make plastics. And that's not even the best part. Unlike plastics, mycelium products are 100% compostable and give off 10 times less CO2 than styrofoam. Eben's exciting discovery may be the solution we've been looking for to patch up our polluting petroleum problem. In order to understand the magnitude of these magnificent mushrooms, we must first look at the background behind the discovery of mycelium's properties. Second, uncover the growing number of applications that mycelium may be applied to, before finally taking a look at the groundbreaking implications that the New Jersey Times of August 9, 2011 calls the U.S.'s homegrown solution to bring us towards a green global economy. The motive behind the mushroom began in 2006, when Eben and his roommate Gavin were working together on a project at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York. According to CNN of April 1, 2011, they were assigned to create a new type of adhesive using only natural resources. Eben, growing up on a farm in Vermont, remembered the strength of mushrooms, and more importantly, the strength of mushrooms' roots when he used to dig them up in the soil. Curious about the possibility, the two spent the next 3 months experimenting with mushrooms. And once all hallucinations were over, they went to the lab. New Jersey Today of August 9, 2011 explained that Eben and Gavin grew mushrooms under their dorm room beds, tinkering with different sources of heat and light, eventually leading to the growth of mushroom roots, minus the caps. Mycelium roots in and of themselves are not very useful, but thanks to the work of Eben and his roommate Gavin, they developed a method to turn the roots into reality. The product boasts many outlets because you can use almost anything to feed a growing mushroom root bed. In his 2010 presentation at the TED Conference, Eben explains that they take their feedstocks, or in this case, wheat chaff and oat hulls, and simply combine it with the mycelium in a pre-made mold. As a result, mycelium fuses with the feedstock and hardens to create the final product, an alternative to styrofoam. The process only takes 5 days, and while petroleum-based styrofoam takes 24 hours to produce, mycelium creates an eco-friendly product that fits the ideology of a greener earth. In a PBS interview with Eben on December 30th, 2009, he explains that unlike styrofoam, mycelium uses a fraction of the energy, requires waste feedstocks, and has no negative impact on the earth when you dispose of it. Now that the idea of mycelium seems to be growing on you, we can begin to see how it can be applied not only to the styrofoam industry, but insulation as well. Initially, mycelium can be used to replace styrofoam packaging material. With all the packages we receive in the mail today, we simply throw away the styrofoam corner blocks without even thinking of its implications. According to the Environmental Protection Agency's website, last updated April 12, 2012, The United States has over 3,500 landfills, generating a total of 220 million tons of waste every year. 25% of that is styrofoam. Luckily, Eben developed mycelium with the future in mind. Mycelium makes an impact because it follows nature's recycling system, such as when a tree drops its leaves, the leaves are then cycled into next year's topsoil. As Eben explains in a 2012 sustainability conference, when you receive a package containing the mycelium corner blocks, instead of throwing them away like you would with regular styrofoam, you can literally bury it in your own ecosystem, and it will biodegrade and enrich the soil in your area. And even if you're secluded in a dorm and have no access to soil on your campus, mycelium biodegrades entirely, even if disposed in a trash can. Styrofoam packaging is just one of the many things for which mycelium can replace. On top of that, conventional items, ranging from the desks you're sitting at to the ceiling tiles above us, can also be replaced by mycelium. The National Science Foundation added on July 26, 2011, that mycelium can replace coffee cups, surfboards, and even furniture. The previously cited CNN article even added that Eben and Gavin were working together on a project with the Ford Motor Company to help develop mycelium automotive bumpers, side doors, and dashboards. And while mycelium has its capabilities with absorbing shock, insulation is yet another attribute the mycelium slabs are capable of. Science Daily of July 28, 2011 explains that mycelium not only is insulating, but fireproof, waterproof, moisture-proof, and vapor-proof. Mycelium could be the cleaner, cheaper way of insulating our homes. Not surprisingly, Business Wire of May 24, 2011 announced that retired Vice President Jerry Weinstein of Owens Corning now serves on the board of directors with Ecovative Designs, opening the doors to a lot more offers in the near future. This fungus among us has revolutionized our idea of synthetic materials. After looking at its functionality and its applications, we can begin to see the impact of this green living product. Mycelium and the concept of using living, renewable resources may be the answer to ending our addiction to limited natural resources. Omaha, Nebraska is the headquarters for the revolution in plastic packaging in a post-petroleum world. The company NatureWorks plans on making what they like to call polylactic plastics, which uses corn to make your basic packages and containers. Unfortunately, the Smithsonian on March 29, 2011 explains that the problem with these plastics is that it takes up to 90 days for the plastics to biodegrade and have to be transported to one of 113 recycling facilities in order to be properly recycled. More importantly, it takes millions of gallons of fuel to grow and harvest corn, in addition to millions in gallons of water to change it into polylactic plastics. Today, more than 12% of the nation's corn crops are being broken down to make these products. Using mycelium would not only free up the land for other agricultural uses, but the waste produced from the corn husks could then be refiltered into the production of even more mycelium products. Additionally, mycelium not only helps the US, but the whole world as well. During Eben's presentation, he revealed that his company worked out feedstock formulations for countries all around the world based off of their regional byproducts. For example, in China, mycelium could be fed rice husks or cotton hulls, or even grass clippings and dead leaves as an option for lucrative feedstock. Any country that can produce a natural biomass has the opportunity to create mycelium. This simple fungus allows even the smallest of economies the affordable alternative to our pesky pollutant that is petrol, bringing us another step forward towards a greener tomorrow. Today, we've taken a look at the fantastic fungus known as mycelium. Then we saw the many things for which mycelium may be used before finally looking at the implications of this product. According to Ecovative Design's website, they continue to receive offers from companies big and small. Notably, Dell Computers signed on to have all their packages shipped in mycelium instead of styrofoam. What started out as a simple exploration of fungus may be the driving force in the fight for sustainability. But there's one thing for certain. When it comes to mushrooms, Eben and Gavin know their shiitake.